first off, if you guys are new here, if you guys have never watched my show before, I talk about South Asian news. I'm the Indian Hasanabi. I'm the Tamil Hasanabi. I'm talking about South Asian news. When can I watch the next stream? Next week. Next week. I stream on weekends only. Again, I stream on weekends. I would love to stream every day. Streaming doesn't pay the bills. Jesus Christ. I know. It's raining non-stop, and the most important part is people having difficulty. Chennai is literally the New Orleans of India. But the advisory is that to stay indoors as much as possible because it's going to rain continuously for the day. This happens every like few years. Like disastrous floods. Like this just happens every few years or so. He's asking if it's fucking sad how the services in Chennai did absolutely nothing after the last flood to beef up drainage systems and dam management. I mean, the problem is Chennai, I mean, not just Chennai, but the greater Chennai area is built off of, like, the way that Chennai is expanding is conducive to these floods. Like, their new establishments is making the storm drains even worse. Last year, they opened all the dams at the same time, almost causing the streams and rivers to overflow simultaneously. Yeah, but, like, the problem is they're also trying to expand inwards, right? The problem is, like, when they're trying to... Yeah, this is it. There's a lot of high-density settlements in low-lying areas close to streams. Exactly. And they're expanding those high-density settlements. That's the problem. That's why we're seeing these floods. Chennai's sitting, like, Chennai's biggest flaw is the city planning, by far. Like, it has not figured out how to expand at all. And these floods are only going to get worse and worse. My mod, my former mod Sandy is in Chennai, right? Like, she had to be evacuated. Do they have new constructions like we do, aka no storm drain or any urban planning for rain or anything? Literally this. Yes, this is basically what's happening. She's fine. She's fine, but she had to be evacuated. Yeah, Chennai is literally built on the Adayar river flood. Like, it's literally built on the Adayar river. Like, and like... Jesus Christ. This is so stupid. It's 2015 all over again. Train suspended out of Chennai. Grandma's there. No trains back to Bangalore. I don't have much, or I do have family in Chennai. Most of my family is in Karigudi though. Like, I have family in Alwarpet. No, my cousin was in Chennai when it flooded in 2015. Fortunately, in a higher floor atmosphere in Velachery, a relatively higher region. Yeah. Terima. As of now, 2 people were electrocuted because of failing infrastructure. Like, come on. Tirupati's in dire straits. Tirupati. What?
Soon, leading to heavy rains in Chennai and neighboring districts. Flight operations at
Oh
Chennai
my
airport have been
God.
affected due to heavy rains and
Oh yeah, I
flooding.
mean, of course, Andhra's
Several
getting hit.
flights have been
Holy
cancelled and
shit.
multiple have been diverted. With heavy rainfall, Chennai faces
This is
return of
insane.
2015 flood nightmare. The
In
National
lower
Disaster
Tirupati.
Response
Oh
Force
my
team
God.
has been rushed to Chennai, also to Chengalpattu and Nagapattinam and Tiruvallur as well. Over 21 teams have been deployed in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, and Puducherry
Oh,
and
and
regional
Tiruvanmiyur.
teams have
Okay.
been kept in reserve. Overall, over 18,000 Chennai police personnel are on ground. Medical response teams have been kept on
I mean, listen,
standby.
with
There are
regards to
requirement of new
the
corridors
government's
being
response
created
to this,
for ambulances and for emergencies.
from what I've
All
heard
right,
on the
that was giving
ground,
us the
they're doing
details
literally
of that
everything that
story.
they can.
Shilpa, give us a sense of.
Like, so what? So I like from the ground level, like, great from like the grapevines that I've heard, aka Sandy, literally telling me what's going on. Um, the current administration is doing literally everything that they can. They're pulling out all the stops. They're being as efficient as they can with response teams. They're doing everything that they can right now. They're like the problem isn't their response to this. That's the problem isn't how the government is responding to this. The problem is the government didn't prepare for this shit. The problem is that the government never properly handled this. They never properly There's protests in North Chennai because they're not getting much help. Send me that. Wait, because that's not what I heard. If there's like if there's a protest in North Chennai, yeah, there's absolutely no mitigation measures. There is absolutely like the biggest problem with the government is they've like both the ADMK and the DMK government just basically accepted that floods are a reality of Chennai. That's crazy. They've just accepted that floods are going to happen in Chennai when they should be doing everything after this is over, after the floods are over. They should be doing natural disaster mitigation as much as they can. There have been no projects to refurbish infrastructure since last floods. It's crazy. It's crazy that no one's taken this.
Chengalpet, Kanchipuram and Tiruvallur district. So that flow also is coming here. This is the issue. So what will happen is once this cyclone moves further, as per the predictions, they say that around 8 o'clock it will move to Sriharikota types, that if it goes up further, then probably the lower band will move away. It can either be 8:30 p.m. today night or it.
Hello, I'm here outside Kondarpet police station in North Chennai where people are protesting in large numbers, alleging that they have been neglected by the civic authorities. In fact, they have been
Okay, it's North Chennai. Of course they've been neglected. That's the North Chennai being
facing,
Northern
power issues
Chennai getting
and
neglected
there is
by the
no
state
water,
authority,
there is
by
no
the civic
electricity,
authorities,
and
is
all
not
they
a new
want
thing.
is the
Chat, if you don't, okay,
local authorities to address their issues.
chat,
In fact,
if you don't
there is
know
no
why
electricity
like
for
this is happening,
the
okay, let me
past.
just mute for a second. Chat, if you don't know why this is happening, most of you guys are Chennaiites, right? Most of you guys are Chennaiites. Yeah, Northern Chennai is a classic example of redlining in India. Yes, Northern Chennai in India is Northern Chennai is basically the poorer part of Chennai. Northern Chennai is the poorer part of Chennai. It's the more economically neglected part of Chennai. This is like you know, basically there's a district called Raipuram, like generally that area. I'm technically from Northern Chennai now. But like this is what they're talking about is classic northern Chennai.
Chennai, where people say that their voices are being neglected, their issues are being neglected, and here
This is not
you can
surprising.
see the DMK party men are trying to negotiate with them, but they are not happy. The areas are the tsunami fortress.
Yeah, a lot of slums that were cleared
the adjacent area
were relocated. Were relocated. A lot of slums that were cleared were relocated to slum clearance board apartments in northern Chennai. Yes.
North Chennai is concerned, historically, this has been a place which has been neglected time and again, and this continues
there,
even
Shabir.
after
There,
disaster
Shabir
that
Anand
has
says
struck
it.
Chennai. Massive amount of rains. Chennai
There,
has
Shabir
witnessed in the
Anand said it.
past 36 hours.
Like
But
Rayapuram,
at this point in
I think
time,
Kasi made it.
the allegation that is leveled against the Chennai Corporation and the ruling party is that they have completely neglected the problems of the people of North Chennai, the problems that they have been facing. In fact, they say that the electricity has been snapped for the past 3 days. Madam, நீங்க எங்க இருக்கீங்க?
Operation colony second stage.
Okay, என்ன situation madam உங்க வீட்?
Situation very bad, no current at all, very bad condition, without water, without cooking things and all. We can't buy, no milk also, very bad now.
There's no electricity for how
Remove
many?
it.
2 days?
Nerd, remove it.
Past 2 days. From yesterday 7 o'clock it's gone, now it's not there still. Half area they're given, but another area they didn't give.
Okay, and what about water logging in your area?
Water,
Oh, Christ.
our street no water,
Okay, but there is no electricity.
no electricity.
I remember in 2015 with my school. We did a whole bunch of relief work for slum colonies because the infrastructure can't handle insane amounts of water. And it's the same thing again nearly a decade later. Yeah, I mean, because ADMK and DMK don't want to address this.
Thank you, ma'am. So
They don't care enough to address this.
Chennai,
Insane. Like, they're doing everything they can right now, but this prep work should have been done a long time ago is what I'm saying.
உங்க ஏரியா நீங்க எந்த ஏரியாமா எங்க சரி எப்படி அங்க என்ன இருக்கு என்ன நிலவரம் அங்க
They're asking like he's asking like what is the situation there?
தண்ணியில குடிக்கிற தண்ணியா காவா தண்ணி வருது கரண்ட் கிடையாது எங்களுக்கு வரத்துக்கு போக்குவரத்து இல்லை எதுவும் இல்ல இதால எங்களுக்கு கஷ்டமா இருக்கு எங்களுக்கு அதுக்கு தீர்வு சொல்லுங்க
நீங்க யாராவது வந்தாங்களா வந்து உங்களை பார்த்தாங்களா
They're basically saying there's like knee deep water. They're saying like there's a lot of like no one came, like that's basically the situation that she's describing. Like that's why we're struggling out in the streets. There's no water, there's no milk. Like for this, for like wait, was it Munat? So like for 3 days, there's no solid opposition to the party, opposition parties to push infrastructure reform in the states. There are crocs walking around, live wire sinkholes in the push parts of the city. Yes, there are literal crocodiles walking around in the city right now. Hold on a second. There's a literal crocodile. There are literal crocodiles in Chennai right now. Yeah, there's a literal crocodile. Yeah, there are crocodiles walking around in the city right now.
In a surprising and concerning incident, residents near Wellamil School witnessed a mugger crocodile crossing.
Yeah, it happened in 2015 too, yes.
Gundram Road on Sunday night. Passers-by captured the unusual sight as the crocodile entered the bushes, sparking concerns among residents and officials from the forest department. As Cyclone Michong approaches, bringing heavy rain and strong winds to Chennai and its neighborhoods, the city faces severe flooding. Authorities have taken precautionary measures, closing schools and offices.
What do you think of private lib universities? Bako, I can answer this later. Right now is not the time to be asking that question.
Initiating evacuations.
Like we're talking about floods right now.
Flooded streets with cars
not the right time to be asking that.
Floating due to the rising water levels. Reports
But generally
indicate
speaking, I'm
significant
more
damage,
pro
such as the
public
collapse
university.
of the 5-furlong road connecting Gundi and Velachery and damage to nearby petrol pump. With Cyclone Michong
This is only going to get worse
expected to
considering India seems to be adopting American city design. Yeah, that's the problem. No, India is going heavy on the highways, which is insane. No, like India is the last country that should be getting more cars. India is the last, like, look at this. India can't handle this many cars. Are you crazy? Like, it can't handle this many cars. What do you guys mean? Like, Chennai is literally going to sink if they keep doing this. Dude, this is my fucking hometown, man. Fuck. We have infrastructure, by the way. We have trains. We have. So he's asking, did you call the corporation? Did you and he's like, no one came. He's saying even if I, called them, they didn't even pick up. Yo, Astromaniac. Safe out here.
So there, the police is trying to negotiate with protesters, but the protesters are in no mood to relent. They say that their
basements have zero drainage in Chennai. There is no drainage in the city. It's crazy. We've been handling this drainage horribly.
The DMK councillors or the DMK party men have also not visited them and have not addressed their issues. In fact, they have not received any kind of relief. And
again, that's not to say what the DMK isn't doing right now isn't good. They're being as responsive as they can. But this should have been handled. There are many ways to mitigate. Look at them. There are many ways to handle this. There's so many ways to handle this. There's so many mitigation measures that could have been taken to handle this. But no one has taken it. This thing happened in 2015. This happened 8 years ago. My cousin was there when this happened. It's doubly crazy because it's a coastal city. Exactly. It's a literal coastal city.
Has fallen on deaf ears. There are people.
It's a coastal city. Urgent, please help. Chennai Corporation. My friend's family, along with a 6 months baby, are trapped in the below address with no power for 30 plus hours. They have run out of water and are unable to move out due to neck deep water. Please help. Number 23, Elango Adigal District, Cholai made it. Oh, I have relatives in Cholai made it. Shit. Chulai made it. Sorry.
See, from the command center, what we do is first we have a forecast. For example, today, despite such a heavy rain, our forecast is around 29, and already we have had around.
Can I be honest? I feel like no amount of money poured into aid and relief will ever make a difference to people's lives. People will suffer and people will die because the cities make the situation worse than better. We need better infrastructure.
Ward-wise, we have got a prediction. Then we also have what's the cumulative rainfall. But most importantly, what we do is we monitor all the subways. And we also monitor the other places, the strategic locations, wherever water stagnation is there.
I don't know the anarchist approach to regulations. There will be regulations. It's a society. Of course, regulations are going to exist. Of course, people are going to say, hey, don't build. People are going to probably plan communities where this stuff doesn't happen. There's probably going to be eco-conscious building, basically. Not in the same way that the current Chennai Corporation is trying to expand into the suburbs.
And removal of fallen trees, electric pole damage to electric pole, like that. A number of other things are there, which we do item by item and also zone wise. All the 15
oh
zones
my
we know.
God.
So, for example, which zone has got the maximum count of this?
I'll explain later then. Holy shit.
Lines which are dedicated to taking.
I'll explain later.
And in the neighboring place, we have a control room which links police, fire service, and Metro Water and Sewerage Board and other department connected Metro Rail and Tangitco. All the other departments are linked with us. But presently our focus, to be very honest, is that, instead of, now that it's a kind of unprecedented way, it is stagnant.
Hold on.
We have handled cyclones. Chennai has handled cyclones.
This
But Chennai
is
has had
this
severe
is
floods in
Sandy,
Cyclone
former. This is Sandy, former mod. Solinganallur, Avin, Elcott area in great trouble. Need food, water, power banks to apartments in Seabros, Lancor Lakefront, and Central Park apartments.
You should expect another few more hours of this rain. After that only it will start draining. So that is one we are telling. So at present our focus is on ensuring that we save lives. So all the people in the coastal hamlets have been moved, or those who are.
This is literally like this is my this is where Sandy is like she's from.
Release of water from
Solinganallur area.
The entire storage capacity of 4 reservoirs is only around 13 TMC. So immediately once it gets filled, we will have to get it released. So these are the things which we are following it up.
Today we can see that the total number of complaints that the Chennai Corporation has received so far is 749. Now of that you've resolved 203 complaints, 546 complaints are pending. What are the kind of complaints that are coming? Because we know water has entered homes, people are finding it difficult, there's power outage. How are you managing?
See, basically, despite the best resilience shown by people, one is that those who are poor and middle class living close to the coast would move to the community halls and other centers. But there are gated communities. For example, in Taraman, I would say, in areas, particularly in the OMR side and all, where in one particular apartment, almost hip-deep water has come in, and particularly 1 or 2 lakes in that area have, they have also breached. So those that is actually slightly outer to Chennai, but the impact is on Chennai. So those areas, they are saying that, at least even though they can go to the higher floors, they need to be, particularly elderly people need to be rescued. Rest of the areas also, if you look at entire Chennai, North Chennai, those areas also we have similar. It's not peculiar to one particular area, north, south and central. That's why I'm saying the issue, quite a lot of people ask us, you have 3,319 kilometers of stormwater drain. It is much beyond the capacity of these drains, and the challenge is with regard to the Bay of Bengal accepting this release. This
I feel like the infrastructure is the issue in the Chennai. In Chennai, rivers are being filled with sand for real estate money, and buildings are being constructed on top. This issue won't resolve until environmental safeguards are followed. Yes. No, I mean, we know what the problem is. Like, this is due to poor planning. This is due to poor infrastructure planning.
Pump it out. We have got almost 1,000 pumps. We have got tree cutting equipment. All these things we do have. And but in spite of that, this water needs to go. So that is the area where we have been focusing, and we are working with the experts also.
Shilpa is joining us from the Chennai Corporation office, and Shibi Mol, my colleague, in fact, sent this report from Mylapore in Chennai. Let's take a look.
This is in Mylapore.
Well, heavy rainfall has been lashing parts of Chennai city as well as other regions closer neighboring districts of Tamil Nadu like Tiruvallur, Kanjipuram, and mainly in Chennai city. Here, the most important difficulty that people have been facing has been the difficulty to commute from one region to another. We're inside a bus actually, where we try and show you how much the entire city is waterlogged. Here you can see all the streets fully waterlogged, and you can see the speed in which the bus is even moving. It's going very slow because the water is slowly entering inside the bus also. So it's nearly impossible for the two-wheelers as well as small cars and small vehicles to commute, because only vehicles with a bit of height can at least try and move with this speed. That's the case right now.
Chennai is not doing, like, the city corporation hasn't been doing nearly a decade after the previous flood and nothing has changed. Nope. Because the Tamil Nadu government, whether it be ADMK or DMK, doesn't want to fix this goddamn issue. I don't know what is in, like I guess it's because only poor, it's not even, it's so stupid. Not just poor people are being affected by this. Like, rich people are also getting affected by this. Like, it's not just the poor that are being affected by this. Just spoke to a few people in Chennai right now. It's Central and South Chennai are recovering at the moment. Yeah, of course, North Chennai is fucked. Of course, North Chennai is fucked.
Because all those waves water will get into the bus and it will cause some engine issue. So he's just helping.
Yep, there was a sinkhole in Poe's Garden. Of course there was, yeah. There are crocodiles on the crocodiles in the street.
Thankfully, a lot of people have not come outside, but whoever is outside are only hoping to reach their home safely because, and you can see whoever is standing on the roads right now is just to help people commute because these are unfamiliar places for people also, some of them. So there are manholes, electric poles and trees that's going to cause a lot of concern for the authorities and the people. So that's the concern here. Both the sides of the, bus road filled with complete water. And you can see we're trying to show you visuals of what is the water level. It's been only increasing ever since morning. It was a little better.
My folks are living as far as Audi are being affected. The drainage system needs to be fixed.
To commute and to carry out their day-to-day activities. With video journalist Tinku Rajshekhar, Shubhimol KG for India Today from Chennai.
The situation in Chennai is quite concerning. We are reporting currently from Nandanam. You can see the visuals of waterlogging. Chennai, of course, has been receiving continuous rainfall, that too very heavy rains since last night due to the impact of Cyclone Migjan. Now, this particular cyclone is very close to the Chennai coast as we speak. It's around 110 kilometers away from the Chennai coast.
I also saw a video of a manhole cover literally open with water pouring out of it. There's no space for the water to be underground. If you have that video, send it.
Neighboring districts as well, such as Chengalpet, Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur, etc. Heavy rains have been pounding these districts since last night with gusty winds, and that, of course, is creating a lot of issues on ground. Thankfully, the Tamil Nadu government has announced a public holiday today in all these 4 districts, and they've also advised private companies and other establishments to allow their employees to work from home because you can see the situation for yourselves. The kind of situation on ground. Almost all parts of the city are waterlogged. Trees have fallen due to this strong winds. Water has entered homes of people. So all of this is happening, and this is simply not the situation for anyone to come out. And the message that the government wants to send across to the people is that they should stay indoors as much as possible. Come out only if it's absolutely necessary. Extremely heavy rains have been lashing Chennai and its neighboring districts since last night. This, of course, is due to the impact of Cyclone Migjan. And you can see from the visuals, I'm just going to show you the visuals.
Work from home. What, your house is flooded? Yeah. Fucking stupid. Narayana Murthy finna trying to ask his employees to work 12 hours a day regardless. Yeah, no, Narayana Murthy. This is Ashok Nagar.
A lot of inconvenience, a lot of trouble. The wind speed also is very, very high. It's very gusty winds as we speak. So several, for instance, the railway services have been suspended. The suburban railway services have been suspended. Several trains from Chennai have been cancelled. So a lot of such measures are being taken. Public holiday has been announced by.
Wait, India Today literally sent a Malayali to cover the floods? Not just one, 2 Malayalis. Not just one Malayali, 2 Malayalis.
In these 4 districts, and the government has also advised private establishments and other offices to instruct their employees to work. Is definitely not a situation where people can venture out. And that is a point of advice that's going in from the side of the government that people should stay indoors as much as possible. Only if it's absolutely necessary, they should step out because the situation is simply, it's very, very difficult. So people should stay indoors. That's the one message that the government wants to give to the people of Chennai at this point in time.
Well, the cyclone Migjan is expected to make its landfall, and as a result,
second Malayali.
Chennai city
There is a second Malayali.
Tamil Nadu has been receiving heavy rainfall. We are right now at Mylapore in Chennai, and you can see this is one of the major regions of the city, but the roads being filled with water. And
Shibhumal KG, yep, second Malayali.
Some of the most important parts of the city has been filled with water because it's been raining continuously since last evening. Throughout the night, it was raining, as well as there were gusty winds, which has led to some of the trees falling on the roads.
Why is she sent without a raincoat? Come on, she's got to look good, right? That's the reason. Fuck protection. Fuck protection. No, she needs to look good, right?
The road to avoid traffic congestion, traffic block. But yes, this is the scene here. It's heavily raining as well as accompanied by gusty winds. Now the Chennai Metro has also released certain guidelines saying that there's waterlogging around St. Thomas Metro Station as well as near Coimbatore Station. So
If anyone has any updates, send them to me. Hold on a second.
advised to avoid these particular stations and instead board trains at different stations. So
Okay, thank you for covering this. I feel like people in the north hardly care this has happened. Boss, not a yo. Listen, I'm literally from this city, man.
in the coming 2 days, it's raining non-stop.
Now it's Chennai garanda, yay.
People having difficulty to commute
Enna
from one
nenikkira?
place to another. But the advisory is that to stay indoors as much as possible because it's going to rain continuously for the day. With video journalist Tinku Rajshekhar, should be more
I'm literally from this city. How am I not gonna cover this? It's crazy. Like, I'm literally from Raipeta. Like, I'm literally from fucking Raipeta. Like, what? Like, I know this place, man. Like, I was fucking born here, man. How am I not gonna cover this? This is crazy. Jesus Christ. Live as Chennai Mishong makes landfall on Andhra coast. Andhra is also getting hit by this. No, it's gonna get worse. I know you ride for South India, saw you trying to convince Hassan to try Tamil food on his stream. Yeah, I always ride for South India, dude. I always ride for Tamil Nadu. Okay, if anyone is in Chennai right now, then here's a list of people. Let me spam this in the chat. I'm gonna run this again. These call and hold these guys responsible, obviously. But where's the thing? I thought this was something else. Hold on a second. This is the place right now in between all the big establishments: Coimbatore Metro, VR Mall, Basham Construction, and Radiance Icon. Well, all the houses are submerged completely in water. Live pics as I take them. People on platform, please do the needful. Holy shit. What the unbelievable. Wait, what? No! What the no shot. Are you serious? No shot. No shot. What the hell is he doing here? What? What? Are you serious? What the hell is he doing here? Who is that? That's Amir Khan. What the fuck? That's Amir Khan. What the fuck is he doing here? That's Amir Khan. That's Amir Khan. What the fuck is he doing in Chennai right now? What the hell? No shot. Oh no, it's not him. It's not him. It's someone else. Okay, never mind. Satyamev Jayate. No, it's not him. Okay, I got a different picture. Never mind. It's not him. It's not him. False alarm. False alarm. Is this someone that looks like him? Yeah, is this someone that looks like him? Yeah, the same guy. Yeah, the same dude. It's not him. It's not him.
Chennai city is gearing up for Cyclone Michong. Cyclone Michong is expected to make a close approach to Tamil Nadu soon, leading to heavy rains in Chennai and neighboring districts. Flight operations at Chennai airport has been affected due to heavy rains and winds. Several flights have been cancelled and multiple have been diverted. With heavy rainfall, Chennai fears return of 2015 flood nightmare. The National Disaster Response Force team has been rushed to Chennai.
That's not him.
Chengalpattu and Nagapattinam and Tiruvallur as well. Over 21 teams have been deployed in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, and Puducherry and 8 additional teams have been kept in reserve.
Okay, hold on a second.
Over 18,000 Chennai police personnel are on ground. Medical response teams have been kept on standby for any requirement. A green corridor has been created for ambulances and for emergencies. Shilpa
Okay,
Nair, in fact, is
Swan.
giving us
Wait, what
more
else do we
details
have?
on that story. Shilpa, give us a sense of what the city essentially looks like.
Urgent help needed. Help needed. Emergency rescue request. Velacheri CDS. Sripurna.
What are the kind of preparations
CDS.
made by authorities?
Sripurna apartment street. 3C block. Ananagar cross street. 8 people stuck at terrace number. At terrace. No food, water, and shelter. Water till first floor. That's the second floor. Help immediately. Chennai Corp. Chennai floods.
Joining me is Chennai Corporation Commissioner Dr. J. Radhakrishnan. Sir, many thanks for speaking to us. Can you tell us what is the
Yeah, Velacheri is marshland. Yeah, no, like, no, no. My
when are we expecting the water to start receding?
See, our guess is that, the same, actually the present cyclone is very placed station very
Jesus.
closely to the Chennai coast, and the real band which throws the downpour is exactly over Chennai. The second problem, as in consultation meteorological department, what we found is a very slow moving cyclone. What was there yesterday is there today. So heavy downpour is happening in Chennai, and the bigger challenge what we are happening is that there are 4, we have got 31
Velacheri was built on the marshes. Yeah.
Major canals plus 3 rivers.
My relatives moved recently, so my bird brain related
4 outlets to Bay of Bengal. And in that particular area, because of heavy wave, actually the water is not going in. That's the reason that there is a cascading impact, and it has impacted the entire city. And plus the city is also at the lower end of both Chengalpet, Kanchipuram and Tiruvallur district. So that flow also is coming here.
Yeah,
this is the issue. So what will happen?
Velacheri was built on the marshes. Palikarane, yes.
Further, as per the predictions, they say that around 8 o'clock it will move to Sriharikota types. That if it goes up further, then probably the lower band will move away. It can either be 8:30 p.m. today night, or it can be even early morning by 3 o'clock or 4 a.m. tomorrow. So till that time, the stagnation of water, the storm mouths.
Sandhya Chandrasekharan from CDS Palm Regal Gardens apartment behind A2B near Grand Mall Velacheri. They've been out of power for over 30 plus hours. Any idea when power will be restored in the part of the city? No power in my locality for more than 30 hours too. Guess that's the case in many places. Not sure what options we have.
A number of other things are there.
Oh my God.
Item by item, and also zone wise. All the 15 zones we know. So for example, which zone has got the maximum count of this? What is resolved? We have got 30 lines which are dedicated to taking the complaint, and in the neighboring place,
they said South Chennai was supposed to get power 5 hour was supposed to get power today. Nothing so far. Cell towers are down.
And Tangitco, all the other departments are linked with us. But presently, our focus, to be very honest, is that, instead of
2 of my friends are volunteering in Palikarane area, so let me know of any requirements.
It is stagnant. We have
Okay, 4 minutes. Ranipet, Solinganallur also got heavy rains from Cyclone Michong. Nearly 115 millimeter total accumulation. Jesus. Because after the water recedes, we'll have to deal with the fallen trees and damage to wildlife as well. Yeah. Some people are not able to reach out to emergency service. Jesus Christ. My close friend with his pregnant wife stuck in Velacheri need essential items and water. Casa Grande Smart Town faces a pressing situation. No water, no drinking, no power for more than 32 hours. Imagine that plight for over 300 families, including children and the elderly, caught in this dire scenario. The eye of the cyclone has moved north as far as to Vijayawada. Chennai and Mumbai are just L cities when it comes to weather. Not much you can do but take the L. No. No. The way you solve this is by actually fixing the drainage system. Doing better urban planning. Chennai is a perfect example of what happens when you do not do proper urban planning, but are rushing to build suburbs as soon as possible. Chennai, due to heavy flood, heavy rain and storm, mosques have opened to provide shelter for people regardless of their religion. Here in Chengalpattu, Varanur, there's no water logging. Does that mean it's great? Hell no. There's no cell service and internet until this evening. Power cuts were frequent, and trees were uprooted, but we still seem to be lucky compared to mainland Chennai since there are no floods. Always back to motherfucking capitalist shortcuts and shitty I can't even speak properly. Well done, Talapati boys. Yay. What the day? போதும் பாஸ். என்னடா வளர்ற? Actor Vijay fans. Okay, at least they're doing good. பைத்தியக்காரங்களா. At least they're helping, okay? Listen, actually I take that back. I'm not mad at these guys. It's just like, okay, whatever. If Vijay is what gives them power, if Talapati is what gives them power, then let them. I don't care. If Talapati is what gives them power to do this, then whatever. I don't care.
From Nandanam, you can see the visuals of waterlogging. Chennai, of course,
This is in Nandanam.
Continuous rainfall. That too very
Stalin's own constituency was one of the worst hit areas.
of cyclone Migjan. Now, this particular cyclone is very close to the Chennai coast as we speak. It's around 110 kilometers away from the Chennai coast, and that, of course, is the reason why the weather, is getting severely impacted in Chennai. Not just in Chennai, but in its neighboring districts as well, such as Chengalpet, Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur, etc. Heavy rains have been pounding these districts since last night with gusty winds, and that, of course, is creating a lot of issues on ground. Thankfully, Tamil Nadu government has announced a public holiday today in all these 4 districts, and
Public holiday.
and, other establishments to allow their employees to work from home, because you can see the situation for yourself. The kind
People
of
are allowed to work from home. They shouldn't be working at all.
are waterlogged. Trees have fallen.
Wait, they shouldn't be working at all. Wait, they should be conserving power. What the hell are they talking about?
Strong winds, water has entered homes of people. So all of this is happening, and this is simply not the
Yo,
situation
India is
that
so
anyone will
broken.
come out. And the message that the government wants to send across to the people is that they should stay indoors as much as possible. Come out only if it's absolutely necessary. Extremely heavy rains have been lashing Chennai and its neighboring districts since last night. This, of course, is due to the impact of Cyclone Migjan. And you can see from the visuals, I'm just going to show you the visuals. We are currently at Ashok Nagar in Chennai. This is one of the residential areas in the city, and you can see how this entire stretch of road is completely waterlogged, and this is the situation across the city, not just in Chennai.
Yeah, having no electricity and internet sucks, but you can ride it out as long as there's no flooding. Been through it for like 2 days. My friend has to go to office from tomorrow.
A lot of rain to the city.
Yay, பைத்தியக்காரங்களா.
Huge quantities of rain across the city, and that, of course, is causing a lot of inconvenience and a lot of trouble. The wind speed also is very, very high. It's very gusty winds.
அறிவே கெட்டவன.
So several, for
What would Narayanamurthy say if they stopped working, man? Come on, true.
railway services
What's good, Arun? My hometown is flooded. That's what's happening right now.
have been cancelled.
My hometown is flooded.
Measures are being taken. Public holiday has been announced by the Tamil Nadu government.
My hometown is flooded, and it is dealing with floods right now.
Also advise private establishments and advice that's going in
Oh
for
shit, I'm so sorry. Is your
that
family
people
safe?
should stay
My
indoors
family,
as
my
much as
direct
possible.
family is here in the
What
United
is
States.
absolutely
They're with
necessary,
me.
they should step out because the situation is simply,
Hello,
very,
Arun.
very
If
difficult. So people
this is
should
climate
stay
change,
indoors.
if
That is
DMK
one
doesn't
that
do
one
anything, they're going to
responsibility to
lose.
the people of Chennai at this point in time.
Yeah.
Well, the cyclone Migdon is
I mean, the DMK is doing whatever they can to mitigate, like, deal with this right now. But they should have been, like, they had so much time to prepare for this.
one of the major regions of the city, but the roads being filled with water, and this is not just a scenario here in many parts of the city.
Chat, we're safe. Anyone in concrete building is fine. Hey, nee Malaysia irka.
This has been raining continuously since last evening. Throughout the night, it was raining. As
Veer safa.
there were gusty
Yay, nee Malaysia irkala.
falling on the roads. Here, the authority, the Chennai City Police, Greater Chennai Corporation officials are trying to remove.
Yeah, work from home isn't gonna work.
To avoid traffic congestion, traffic block. But yes, this is the scene.
Oh, right, but your family's back in Chennai. I forgot.
Accompanied by gusty winds. Now, the Chennai Metro has also released certain guidelines saying that there's waterlogging around St. Thomas Metro Station as well as near Coimbatore Station. So,
Saya anak Malay. Okay, whatever.
Advised to avoid these particular stations and instead board trains at different stations. So, that's currently the situation right now. The Met Department has predicted is that Chennai, Tiruvallur, Kanjipuram is going to receive heavy rainfall in the coming 2 days. It's raining non-stop, and the most important part is people having difficulty to commute from one region to another. But the advisory is that to stay indoors as much as possible because it's going to rain continuously for the day. With video journalist Tinku Rajshekhar, Shibimol KG for India Today from Chennai.
I was called into work yesterday since I live closer to the office. My work people are actually condescending since I called in sick today after catching a cold, being wet, driving from work. Capitalism is going to be the end of us all. Yeah. Just pure madness. No, this is like... I've said this before. Indian tech companies are worse than American tech companies. Great job on Caroline stream yesterday. Thank you. Thanks, Lily. Lily, if you don't know what's happening, this is my hometown is now flooded. So for the non-Indians in the chat that don't know what is going on, fuck, is your family okay? My family's here in the U.S. My family's here in the U.S. They're fine, and then my family that is in India is not in Chennai. They're in Karikudi for the most part. I do have like extended family members that are living in Chennai right now. But yes, this is Chennai. This is my home. This is the place that I was born. It's flooded right now. Indian corporals thrive from bleeding the people dry via overworked, severely underpaid jobs. Yes. People are like, you can work from home and be safe. I'm like, brother, I don't even have 2 bars of self-service. Like, what the fuck? Why do DMK members keep issuing statements like the Gaumutra one right now? It doesn't help the India alliance. Dog. That is like the least of the DMK's problems right now. Chris Love, that is the least of the DMK problems right now. Seriously. That is quite literally, like, bringing that up doesn't make any sense. This is quite literally this is like, dog. What is probably going to kill the DMK is that they haven't done anything to address this. No, this is literally it. Chennai is doing... Okay, I don't believe Amar Prasad Reddy as much, but like, I'll take your word for it. Okay, this is in Stalin's own constituency. So this is in Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's, like, this is the leader of the state of Tamil Nadu. This is his own constituency. Satyanarayanan Street. He's saying for 30 to 40 years there has never been a situation where the water has come in like this. He's saying water has come to this extent. So this is in Kolathur. Kolathur is... So this is in Kolathur. Kolathur is the chief minister. He's saying that there's no he's saying there's no milk available. The opposition is going to try and wiggle their way out of taking accountability. ADMK is so weak right now, they can't do anything. ADMK is so weak that they can't do anything. What we should be worried about is the BJP gaining ground because of this. That's what we should be worried about. %80 power restored in Chennai. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. That's not true. That's not true. Absolute bullshit. This isn't true. Like, again, I don't doubt that DMK is doing everything that they can, but this isn't the time to be doing everything that you can. You should have been doing mitigation measures. Like, it's not even BJP that I'm worried about. I'm also worried about NTK gaining ground because of this shit. Like, I'm going to have to start talking about who Nam Tamlar Kachi and Seeman are because of this shit. There's evidence for this this flood. He's saying for the last he's saying we've seen more rain within the past 2 days than for the past 40 years. He's saying we've seen more rain within the past 2 days than over the past 40 years. It says that this is the worst rain in 80 years, but they said the same in 2015. Yeah, you saw exactly this kind of rain in 2015. My cousin was stranded in his apartment.
அங்கெல்லாம் வந்து நிறைய கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டப்படுற மக்கள் இருக்கிறாங்க. அவங்களெல்லாம் யாருமே என்னன்னு கேட்க கூட இன்றைக்கு மாநகராட்சி இல்லை. ஆனால் காலையில இருந்து மாநகராட்சியுடைய கீழ்மட்ட வேலைகளை செய்யக்கூடியவங்க,
அதாவது நீங்க வேலை கீழ்மட்ட அதிகாரிகளை பத்தி பேசாதீங்க. ஏன்னா அவங்க வந்து வேலை செய்யறாங்க, ஆனா அதிகாரிகள் வந்து யாருமே வேலை செய்யல. அதை சொல்லுங்க.
மாநகராட்சியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய கடைநிலை ஊழியர்கள் சிறப்பாக பணியாற்றுகின்றனர் அனைத்து விதங்களிலுமே. ஆனால் அதிகாரிகளுடைய செயல்பாடுகள் சுத்தமாக இல்லை. மாநகராட்சி
He's saying that the civic authorities have not done anything. Like they haven't. There's been no action taken by the civic authorities. The observatory, the observatory near Meenambakam had about 72 centimeters of rain within a 24-hour period alone. That is nearly a meter of rain, almost as tall as most people. Jesus Christ. He's saying no food. His wig gets wet, brother. What? Pure madness.
Waterlogging around St. Thomas metro station as well as near Coimbatore station. So they have been advised to avoid these particular stations and instead board trains at different stations. So that's currently the situation right now. The Met Department has predicted is that Chennai, Tiruvallur, Kanjipuram is going to receive heavy rainfall in the coming 2 days. It's raining non-stop, and the most important part is people having difficulty to commute from one region to another. But the advisory is that to stay indoors as much as possible because it's going to rain continuously for the day. With video journalist Tinku Rajshekhar, Shibimol KG for India Today from Chennai.
The road is the busiest junction in Chennai. And just to give you an idea, the kind of impact that the floods have created is this. This is an underground shopping center which is completely inundated. There is water till the chest level. And the traders in this stretch, they tell us that since yesterday they have been trying to clear their stocks, but they have not been successful because of the heavy amount of water that is present inside. And now the challenge is to pump this water out, and that is something that they have asked some contractors to deploy some motors. So you can see the amount of clothes that have that have been kept inside, and all of it is being moved. And on the other side also you can see that they are taking all these stocks and they are taking it out so that it can be moved.
Hold on, we're gonna call Sandy right now.
Roads, there you can see several families are evacuating and they are moving out. In fact, some of them tell us that they have not received any kind of help, and they are managing by themselves. You can see people are moving out using tricycle and rickshaw. And I also met some elderly people who have been waiting on the other side because their apartments are in this locality and they want to reach home, but only bigger vehicles will be able to move in this particular space. வெளிய போறீங்களா? போட் ஏதாவது வந்திருக்கா உங்களுக்கு? ஏதாவது ஹெல்ப்?
Nobody has come. Nobody has addressed it yesterday.
Okay, you try to call someone, you try to reach out.
We can't able to try it out because there is no tower, no electricity. How to track? Okay. Nobody is here. At least they should have come. Everybody they come and see, but this time they won't come.
Difficult. See, I have taken. See, she's my child and he's my son. It's very difficult. I don't have the basic things itself in my area. I'm staying there in Pulianto, and really, it is like so difficult and it's so risky also. But what to do now? No facility, nothing is there, and moreover, water has stagnated. Nothing. The government has not come. Actually, even last year or previous years, it has come, but they'll come and see something. But this year, it was totally no one is there to see.
Had one of my mods
So we are taking
called
care
to
of
give
under
me
our
Completely
a
abandoned in every season. And I can just show you, ask Vignesh to show
Wait,
you the
where? What
visuals
area
of
is this?
this entire area. Water levels கம்மியா இருக்கா இப்ப தண்ணி கம்மியா இருக்கா
அப்படியே தான் ஃபுல்லா தான் இருக்குது இல்ல இறங்கல
Oh god. இன்னும் இறங்கல. Okay. Chennai rain. Purasalwakam. Okay.
The road is the busiest junction in Chennai. And just to give you an idea, the kind of impact that the floods have created is this. This is an underground shopping center which was completely inundated. There is water till the chest level. And the traders in this stretch, they tell us that since yesterday they have been trying to clear their stocks.
This is
but
Perambur.
they
Okay.
have not been
I'm so confused right now. My hometown is flooded. Chennai is flooded. Chennai is flooded. Chat. Chennai is flooded.
Successful because of the
Chennai is
heavy
flooded.
amount of water that is present inside, and now the challenge is to pump this water out, and that is something that they have asked some contractors to deploy some motors. So you can see the amount of clothes that have that have been kept inside, and all of it is being moved. And on the other side also you can see that they are taking all these stocks and they are taking it out so that it can be moved to safer location. But I've been talking to these shopkeepers. They told us that they have suffered, a loss of at least 40 lakh rupees as far as this one particular shop is
40
concerned.
lakh rupees. What
Similar
the
scenes
hell?
are also being witnessed in the other shops as well. So people are extremely concerned about what has happened to their businesses in this particular locality.
By the way, that's sewage water. That's also like that's sewage water.
Because of the cyclone and because of the floods it has caused. And another
Underground
shop owner told me
shopping
that,
complex, huh?
they have
Such a
been,
great
trying to
idea.
move their stocks out of their shops, but they are unable to do that because of the
In
heavy amount
Chennai.
of water that has gone inside, and all these people have suffered losses.
Are there
in
any
huge
human
numbers in
casualties?
lakhs,
Yes, there
and
are
they are
a couple
hoping
of people
that,
that have already died
they will get
due
some
to
kind of
falling
relief,
infrastructure.
but this is
So
a
there were a couple of people that
3,500
have
square
been
feet shop,
that have already been
which is completely
electrocuted
inundated.
by
I'll just
falling
talk to
electric
a couple
poles
of employees
into
who
the
are
water.
here.
There have been a
Amma,
couple of
நீங்க
people that have
எப்பத்துல
already
இருந்து
been
இதை clear பண்ணி
electrocuted.
காலையில 8 மணி வரைக்கும்
Yes, there have been
நேத்து
a
பண்ண
couple of
முடியலையா
casualties so
உங்களால?
far.
நேத்து
Yes.
தண்ணி போயிருச்சா உள்ள?
நீங்க நேத்து முந்தான 3 நாளா தண்ணி இருக்குது நிறைய
3 நாளா தண்ணி இருக்கு உள்ள. ஓகே. இல்ல
So there are
எவ்வளவு
3
சரக்கு இருக்கு
days,
உள்ள?
3 days of flooding.
தான் எடுத்ததா?
9 dead so far.
இதெல்லாம் உள்ள இருந்து தான் எடுத்ததா?
எவ்வளவு சரக்கு தண்ணி
Okay, so all these items were there inside, and
The numbers are not solid, but
it in
some say over
bags,
10 casualties
and,
through various
they are
infrastructure
moving it
problems.
in
Yes.
these autos to another location. So that's exactly what the traders in this particular area are
Blue Star,
doing
okay.
now, and they are extremely concerned about what has happened to them. And
Fallen
they are
trees
worried
in
about
water, yeah.
the losses that they have suffered because of these floods. எப்பத்துல இருந்து இந்த தண்ணி உள்ள இருக்கு? எப்பத்துல இருந்து க்ளீன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க நீங்க?
நேற்றுல இருந்து க்ளீன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
ஓகே.
நேற்று மழை வந்தது, அதுலேருந்து தண்ணி உள்ளே வந்தாச்சு. இது 3500 ஸ்கொயர் ஃபீட்டு. இப்போ 10 இயர்ஸாக இங்கே இருக்கும். இந்த மழைக்கு தான் இவ்வளோ தண்ணி வந்திருக்கு. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி கால் வரைக்கும் வரும், எடுத்து விட்டுருவோம்.
He's saying that normally the way it works is it'll just come to like our legs, and then we'll just like, all right, we'll just brush it off like it's nothing.
இந்த வாட்டி வந்து கடை முழுக்க ஃபுல்லாகவே பாடி அளவுக்கு செஸ்ட் அளவுக்கு தண்ணி வந்தாச்சு.
But now he's saying like up to now, like you just saw it, like it's coming up to their chest right now.
எல்லாமே தண்ணியில் போயிடுச்சு, எல்லாமே கீழே தான் இருக்குது.
So there the shopkeeper, yeah, சொல்லுங்க சார்.
நான் ஷாப்போட ஓனர்.
शॉप ओनर
ஆமா.
பேர்
जय संतोष।
आप बताइए कि कब से ये कर रहे हैं आप?
ये 3 दिन से हो गया, 3 दिन हो गया लगातार से, 3 दिन से हो गया।
तो 3 दिन से पानी अंदर है?
पानी अंदर आ रहा, अंदर से आ रहा है पूरा, बच्चे भी निकाल के पूरा तंग हो गया है, और हमारा कम से कम 30 लाख का नुकसान हो चुका है।
Live right now. Okay.
சேக்காடு புதிய ரயில்வே சுரங்கப்பாதை மழை நீரில் மூழ்கியதை அடுத்து போக்குவரத்திற்கு தடை விதிக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது. இதனால் சேக்காடு
I'm not translating all this, by the way.
கரிமாநகர், தென்றல் நகர், உடையார்பாளையம் உள்ளிட்ட பகுதிகளுக்கு செல்லக்கூடிய மக்கள் சுமார் 5 கிலோமீட்டர் தூரம் வரை சுற்றி செல்லும் நிலைமை ஏற்பட்டுள்ளது.
சென்னை பூவிருந்தவல்லி அடுத்த நசரத்பேட்டையில் 1000க்கும் மேற்பட்ட குடியிருப்புகளை மழைநீர் சூழ்ந்திருக்கிறது. இது குறித்தான மேலும் விவரங்களை கொடுப்பதற்காக செய்தியாளர் ஜெய் ஹரிஷ் இணைப்பில் இருக்கிறாரிடம் பேசலாம். ஜெய் ஹரிஷ், இந்த வெள்ள பாதிப்புகளை என்ன மாதிரியான நடவடிக்கைகள் கொண்டு மேற்கொண்டு வருகிறார்கள், விவரங்கள்?
She's asking like what is the
வணக்கம் அம்ருத். பூந்தெல்லி அடுத்த நசரத்பேட்டை பகுதியில் 1000க்கும் மேற்பட்ட குடியிருப்புகள் மழைநீரில் சூழ்ந்துள்ளது. மேலும் குறிப்பாக யமுனா நகர், டிஆர் நகர், அன்பரசு நகர், நடராஜன் நகர் உள்ளிட்ட பகுதிகளில் கடுமையாக பாதிப்பு உள்ளது. தளத்தில் தண்ணீர் புகுந்தால் முதல் தளத்தில் மக்கள் தஞ்சம் அடைந்துள்ளனர். ஒரு சில குடும்பங்கள் மட்டுமே இந்த குடியிருப்புகளை விட்டு வெளியே மறுத்து வருகின்றனர்.
Okay. Anything else? Why is this on mute?
To this particular viral video, Tamil Nadu Forest Secretary Supriya Sahu, of course, said that there are, of course, many mugger crocodiles in and around Chennai, in the water bodies in and around Chennai, and it is usual. So the one advice that she has, of course, put forward is that people should not provoke these crocodiles, because it would go back to the water bodies on their own if they're not provoked. But apart from that, she also said that the forest department is keeping a very close watch to ensure that there is no untoward incident. So
we need to figure out how to send aid, particularly for people outside.
A sense of fear and panic amongst the
Do you got family or no one's affected by this? I have extended family living in Chennai. But yes, one of my mods had to evacuate her house. One of my moderators had to evacuate her house. One of the chatters in here, their bottom floor, the basement floor is flooded.
Food being distributed to those who are in need. These are all pictures that have played out in the past as well, and that is the reason why at this moment, everyone's just hoping and praying that the rain subsides. Even now, as we're speaking, the rain is pounding. It is, the cyclone is just dumping huge quantity of rainfall in and around Chennai, not just Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Tiruvallur, Kanchipuram and Chengalpet districts as well. So because of that, the Tamil Nadu government has announced a public holiday for these 4 districts tomorrow.
My sister went to visit her in-laws in Chennai after like 2 years and is barely reachable. I'm so worried. Did this start recently? This started 2 days ago. Yes. It's breaking.
Unsafe time for people to venture out of their homes and come into the streets, because you know the kind of accidents that takes place during rain, during floods. So that is the reason why at this point in time the government wants to ensure that most people remain indoors.
And 2 people, let's not forget, Shilpa, that 2 people have already died, for various reasons.
The death count is way higher than that. It's like 11 people roughly.
When floods like this happen, we usually hear about people being injured or dying because of electrocution as well, or walls collapsing.
Yes, that's what happened. The current death toll right now is due to infrastructure problems. So there were a handful of people that were electrocuted. There were a handful of people that had walls caving on them, and they died as a result of that.
One of Chennai's most disturbing times, the 2015 floods. Many of the images you see now from this southern metropolis are very familiar, because people have experienced this nightmare once before to levels of this kind. Residential areas completely...
It's worse than 2015.
Areas completely
It's worse than 2015.
A very disturbing image of cars simply floating like boats, images of crocodiles on the road, images of people desperate to go about their daily life in waist-deep water, and a city that has
not just waist, it goes up to your neck deep.
Now the reason for rains and flooding in Chennai are multifarious, from sudden huge bouts of rain to the inbound Michong cyclone, to the fact that Chennai is surrounded by man-made reservoirs that have not been dealt with, the fact that climate change and weather change does have an impact on this flooding, coupled with the fact that administrative changes do not appear to have been made in full measure to completely flood-proof this beautiful coastal city. Now, what we're seeing now is emergency control rooms, war rooms on the ground by the Stalin government to take care of the people and to ensure.
Also, PSA, if anyone in Chennai is in waterlogged area, please watch out for snakes. They like to swim. Yes. Okay, let me check Sandy's timeline and see if anything. Normally, I stream on weekends, but extenuating circumstances. Extenuating circumstances. I figured it was important to cover this. I figured I had to do something about this. So the main problem is prolonged waterlogging in urban areas, right? Yes, because of the prolonged waterlogging in urban area in Chennai, what is going to happen is, we were talking about how there's a possibility of the dam being burst, which is why they had to let out some of the storm drains earlier. Like, they have to periodically let some water out of the storm drains, because if that doesn't get let up, dams might burst, right? But if they let water out of the storm drain and they let too much, that means people are going to die.
Even now, as we speak, people are being evacuated, essential supplies are being provided.
Yeah, and Hussein Kaiser, if you're wondering, the state that just got hit, that's one of the more pro-Palestine states.
So that's the reason Tamil Nadu is expecting 5,000 crores to it.
Like, Chennai is more pro-Palestine than the rest of India.
System that was created over 4,000 crores, but it looks like definitely opposition would rake up this situation. For now, Tamil Nadu government has urged the center to provide the required assistance to face this the kind of like damage caused by severe cyclone Bijong, Nabila.
Right. In most parts of Tamil Nadu and Chennai, we saw waterlogging to that extent. Pramod, most of those residential areas were fully inundated. We see huge damage to public and private property. We would have shown those visuals, but we're keeping.
As a Malayali, a dam getting burst reminds me of Mullaperiyar.
Where that landfall is about to hit. It's to make its landfall.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened to Kerala earlier. Like, Kerala and Tamil Nadu are, like, they're the most likely to get hit by floods. Like hurricanes, cyclones.
As much as we know, Pramod, lots of locals there in Chennai have lost out on their private property due to these floods.
Like, cars are gone. Cars are, like, being destroyed at the moment.